This video was sponsored by ErgoTune. More on them later.
You on my mind a lot. Don't need no time watch. I don't know how no. Break you hand in.
Plastic bars when I copy my steel. Plastic bars when I copy my steel.
How's it going, guys? It's your boy Kai Marcelizzi with another exciting video, and today we're diving into a project that has been on my mind for a while. So you know, I've had this corner in my media room that is just an empty space staring at me, waiting to be transformed. And guess what? Today we're gonna tackle that and build an epic hybrid back to school budget desk setup for beginners or anyone who wants a creative space to dock with their MacBook or their laptop. Now, before we get our hands dirty and start unveiling the magic, I want to share a little disclaimer. What started as a simple 2-day project very fast spiraled into an expected week-long adventure, and yes, I ended up ransacking my Amazon cart as well as my wallet, and all for the sake of refining the finest details. And I regret nothing because I kept going back to Amazon and adding to the cart and adding to the cart and buying some more. Delivered today, delivered this morning, delivered this afternoon. You know how it is. The devil is in the details. So let's do this because we do have a lot to cover. So grab your snacks, chill back, and enjoy. By the way, if this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. You see, I've had this vacant corner in my media room just sitting there begging for some love and attention. So first things first, I had to address the wall color. Now, the gray wasn't that bad, but I thought let's take it up a notch. And in case you guys want to know, the color code is N500-7 Nightclub in Eggshell. By the way, I'm gonna have that in the description below, as well as the link of any item that I mentioned in this video. I am no pro at painting walls, but I did my fair share in my college days. So painting with an 18-inch roller made it a breeze for me. A few passes and boom, we got a sleek backdrop. With our canvas set, it was time to infuse some personality into this wall. Enter hexagon wall panels. These hexagon wall panels, guys, was my secret weapon for this space. They are originally meant for soundproofing, but I decided to use them purely for aesthetics. The pack brings 18 panels at 12 by 10 inches, and they're very easy and very simple to cut using a simple pocket knife and a ruler. And guess what? These come with self-adhesive, which you just need to peel and stick and you're good to go. By the way, they are very sticky, so make sure your pattern looks how you want it before you peel them. Otherwise, you'll be stuck with a disaster. Once I figured out the pattern I wanted to go with, I got to cut in a few pieces and I laid them out so I could nail exactly the spacing on the wall, making sure that the main shape ended up almost on the top of the monitor. And after laying everything down on the wall, I think it came out pretty slick with an organic feel to it. As for the desk itself, I wanted to do something different and safe because this is a space my first grader and my brother will take advantage most of the times. So I wanted to avoid any potential incidents with a sit-stand desk because I don't want any desk crushing onto nobody's hands. So I hit up IKEA and picked up the 74-inch Carlby, which is this wood countertop that combines the best solid wood and veneer. It's made with efficient natural resources. It offers a unique pattern and a durable surface that can be sanded down and restained, and you can also work on any projects and crafts because, and again, this is a kitchen countertop and it can withstand a lot. I also got 2 Alex drawers in great turquoise to function as legs and storage. And I like the Alex drawers because of their clean look that's easy to mix with other styles, and they look great from any angle. And assembling them is so much fun that I said, why do it alone? So I got my brother to help me out on this one. To me, this setup is very versatile and beautiful, even just in bare bones. Now, every setup needs its power source, and the Anchor Power Strip Surge Protector takes that role very seriously, with 12 outlets and multiple USB and USB-C ports. But it's not just about the numbers. Guys, this power strip boasts an 8-point safety system, making sure we are all protected from any surges or overloads. And each connection has enough space between them to accommodate any bulky plug or power breaks. So I went ahead and secured it to the bottom of the desk using screws and placed it as close as possible to the wall outlet because I wouldn't want this cable to be visible at all. For my desk setups, I tend to start my cable management as early as possible so it sets a foundation for other peripherals to come and to grow into the space. So I started by adding my secret weapon of cable management, the cable railing system, which I also used in my dream desk setup video. If you guys haven't watched it yet, check it out, and thank you so much for the love. That video is almost at 150,000 views. Appreciate you guys. And the reason I use this system is simply because I'm not a fan of cable trays. I just think that some of them are poor excuse for cable management. That's why I secure my cables as flush as possible to the desk. Next was the Govee LED I picked up, and I'm very excited to try this one because this is their M1 lineup with 60 LEDs per meter. This LED works with all certified smart home platforms, including HomeKit, Alexa, and the Google Assistant. The 4-in-1 RGB IC Plus technology makes colors pop, and they're brighter than ever, which the most impressive thing to me is that you don't see the LED dots when it gets close to the wall. This to me was a crown jewel, simply because on my previous setup I picked up the wrong LEDs and those dots showed up. So that's a setup that needs an upgrade. I know it's my first one, but we're gonna talk about that later. Now let's talk some visuals, which brings up the 32-inch curved gaming monitor that was sent to me to check it out by J-Link. And I have to say, I'm fairly impressed. It's an ultra-fast gaming monitor with native 240 Hz refresh rate and lightning fast 1 millisecond response time. This gaming monitor ensures that you stay fully immersed in the action with its Full HD 1920 by 1080 resolution with a VGA panel, and delivers stunning visuals with crisp details. Let me tell you, for being a 1080p display, I was worried that the pixels were going to be too stretched out, but that was not the case at all. I can tell it's no 4K quality, of course, but it still pulls off great colors and contrast. And because of its crazy 240 Hz refresh rate, this is great, especially for beginner gamers looking for a stylish monitor with a curved design and thin bezels. One thing I need to put it out there though, for my video editors, this is not a monitor I would trust for my color grading, especially if you're doing any client work. And in my case, mainly because I work off a 5K iMac display, and it's a huge difference. So it's not something that I would risk. Everything else, as far as editing though, go for it. So this monitor has 2 HDMI ports, 1 display port, and a 3.5mm audio port because it doesn't have internal speakers. Nonetheless, it effortlessly connects to your laptop, computers, MacBooks, which in my case, I'll be using my 2022 MacBook Pro M2 powering this operation. And to top it off, I added a budget monitor light by a brand called OFF for those long work sessions. And to be quite honest guys, I've been using this monitor light so much, even on my previous setup, that I've just gotten so used to it that I even use it during the day. And this one has a customizable color temperature and a remote for brightness control and color selection. And to suspend my monitor, I use the Amazon Basics single computer monitor stand. It's adjustable with a 360-degree rotation and screen tilt, keeping my screen at the perfect height. With a full range of motion, I believe is a game changer for any workspace. And one cool detail that I liked about it is that it comes with cable clips that you can attach to the back of the arm so that it can assist you with the cable management and guiding those cords to each destination. Now talking about the desk shelf, I picked up the Aotia large dual monitor riser, which is a solid wood desk shelf with eco cork legs. And this shelf was surprisingly a breeze to install. All I had to do was to press the cork legs to the bottom of the top and boom. As I was looking at it, I started liking the sleek angle design of the top, and I'm not gonna lie, it kinda gives me vibes of a Grove-made desk shelf. And it's crazy that this thing is a budget option because you don't need to spend all that much to kinda achieve the similar look. Don't send this video to Grove-mate. Alright, and for the lights on the back of the monitor, shout out to Govee because they were so kind to send me their monitor gaming light strip G1. This monitor backlight is for 27 to 34 inch PCs. It has smart RGB IC Wi-Fi LED lights for monitors with color matching, and it adapts to curved monitors as well. The double strip light breeds with 123 scene modes, and like the desk LEDs, this one also has 60 LEDs per meter. So I took it around the back of the monitor and I used my clip sidekicks for cable management to secure the corners. Then I routed the power cord through the railing system, tucking everything away nicely. So guys, here's why I'm calling this setup a hybrid. I do intend to use this space mainly docked with my MacBook Pro, but Comroy sent me the mini PC Intel i5 12th gen core by Ace Magician, which happens to be one of their brands as well. So they sent me this to check it out, and I haven't used Windows for a while, so I'm very curious to test drive this PC and push it to its limits, especially when it comes to video editing. So this PC brings 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM storage and half a terabyte of SSD storage. It supports 3 4K at 60 Hz screens with a computing processing speed of 2 to 4.4 GHz and 2 HDMI ports on the back, together with 2 more USB ports on the front and a Type-C. And this model is equipped with reliable and stable Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 4.2, which make your connections methods more diverse and avoid the dilemma of not having suitable cables. Alright, so to bring in the music and turn up the sound on this setup, I added the PreSonus Ares E3.5 BT 3.5 near-field studio monitors. And let me tell you, for the price, I am very impressed, not only for the sound quality, but also for the speaker dimensions. They definitely look bigger than I expected because I was looking at some audio engines, but I got a little bit disappointed of the dimensions of the audio engines compared to the PreSonus, especially when you factor in that price point, which the PreSonus killed it, coming at only $129. And I'm not throwing shade at the audio engines, but it's $100 difference for a smaller speaker. I don't know about the audio quality of them, but I'd love to know if you guys have any experience with this. Put it in the comments below. Anyways, like I said, these are not only speakers, but they're also studio monitors, meaning if you're into music or video editing, you'll be able to separate the high and the low frequencies of any audio track that you're working on. Because of that, it does bring 2 adjustable knobs to the back of it to do just that. But they also wanted to keep things simple, so they added a volume dial to the front of the speakers and 2 headphones auxiliary inputs. The 3.5-inch woven composite drivers produces a more powerful bass response with a more accurate overall sound paired with the 1-inch silk dome high-frequency transducer. Let me know if you guys want to see a full review of these bad boys in the comments below. Now for the speaker base, I used the Cantus S2 tilted desktop speaker stands. Using as little materials as necessary, the S2's low-profile design keeps your desktop looking clean. It's a solid metal build with foam pads on the top and the bottom to protect your desk and your speakers. And I think they paired up pretty good with the PreSonus. But a setup just isn't complete without a perfect throne. So thank you to the sponsors of this video, ErgoTune, for sending their ErgoTune Supreme Ergonomic Office Chair for us to check it out. And just to be clear, this is my honest opinion on this chair. It features 11 points of adjustment and an Atlas lumbar support to fit your body comfortably, keeping your natural curves supported while sitting. It is made from DuraWeave hybrid mesh that is crafted with a 2-to-1 blend of fabric and polyester, enhancing the mesh breathability, strength, and comfort, which in my opinion is a great quality for a chair at a $600 price point. And you can tell it's not built with cheap materials. The chair feels pretty premium, which is pretty cool and perfect for a home setup for gaming or work. Once I assembled this chair, one thing that stuck out immediately to me was the Gyro Brace 5D armrest that pivots freely and adjustable for height across 5 levels. I was mind blown by this because it just swivels all over the place. It is so cool to swivel that armrest to accommodate each activity, whether you're texting, typing, or you decide to chill back and just write on your iPad. Believe me guys, wherever your elbow goes, these armrests will find them. Additionally, its tri-tune 3D headrest provides an always-on support for your head and upper spinal columns. And of course, you can precisely calibrate both recline angle and tension and use the chair as a recliner for napping or working long hours. So look out for my full review on this chair on the channel soon. Since this setup involves slightly touches of orange, I wanted a budget keyboard that could be stealthy but stylish at the same time. So I looked on Amazon and I found the RK Royal Clutch RK61 wireless 60% mechanical keyboard. It's a 61 keys compact Bluetooth mechanical gaming keyboard with hot swappable red switches. It is a single color backlit but not dull at all, even though it doesn't have any multicolored RGB RGBs, it has 17 dynamic backlit modes, keeping the plain effect away. And because this is a budget keyboard, the keys don't feel that cheap, but they're not great either. Body might be something that I'll end up customizing in the near future, definitely more thoughtful with nicer keycaps. And for the wrist support, I went with the gaming wooden wrist rest by Glorious Gaming in a compact onyx black. It's got a smooth protective coating to protect the wrist rest surface, making it very easy to clean up. The only thing is that the closest size they offered to the keyboard, it ended up being slightly larger than the keyboard itself, but it's not a complete eyesore. And to power up the keyboard, I went with the braided coil cable by Gumjo. I really love the coil cables by Gumjo, and the aviator connector allows you to quickly attach different cables to your keyboard or other accessories. And it also adds texture to your desk setup and makes your keyboard look even more awesome. As for the mouse, I went with a great budget-friendly mouse that is the little brother of the MX Master Mouse, the Logitech M720's Triathlon multi-device wireless mouse. With a 24-month battery life, the M720 is compatible with computers, laptops, tablets, Windows, macOS, and iPadOS for those who have iPads and do like to have a mouse with you on the go. And underneath this peripherals is a leather/cork dual-sided desk pad by Homey & Cozy. It's an eco-friendly dual-sided design with versatile surface, supporting seamless mouse operation and effortless writing or any other task, especially promoting desk organization. To connect this setup with my MacBook, our friends at Ugreen sent me their docking station, which is a 12-in-1 USB-C 8K MacBook docking station. It supports 3 monitors for macOS and Windows with display link technology. Obviously, I don't have a 3-monitor setup, but I tested it in a 2-monitor setup and it supports both extended and mirror modes. This docking station meets all the needs for your daily work. It's equipped with 1 HDMI 8K port, 1 HDMI 4K, 1 power delivery, 1 display port, 1 USB-C at 3.2 10 gigabits per second, 2 USB-A 3.0 at 5 megabits per second. And guys, I could ramble about all these ports. All I want to say is that this docking station is got you covered. And of course, because you're docking it with your Mac, it supports up to 10 gigabits per second data transfer speeds. For power delivery, it also has a 100-watt charging port and a GAN charger included, supporting up to 85 watts of charging for your laptops, which means your laptop is charging at full battery at a 1.5 hours or so. Oh, and by the way, on the port side, it also supports up to 8K at 30 Hz display for Windows and up to 4K 60 Hz for macOS. Alright, so in those instances that I just want to charge things faster without having to reach to the bottom of the desk, Ugreen also sent us their Nexode 65-watt 7-in-1 charging station. It has 3 AC outlets with 2 USB-C and 2 USB ports. The 65-watt USB-C power strip powers up to 7 devices at the same time. I know, this is crazy. And this is all thanks to the GAN 2 chip, which stands for gallium nitride, and it's an element that allows you to have such a small footprint on that device and still deliver that amount of power. And this fast charging station is great for virtually any device that you might have on your desk, like phones, tablets, laptops, or any other accessories. Going back to the desk shelves, underneath that, we have an everyday carry desk organizer velvet tray by Daily Sleek. It keeps my tech and personal items in check, and its great build gives me sort of a luxury vibe, especially the wool felt that helps protect the items from being scuffed or scratched. And to the side of that, I got a wooden pen holder for better access for the most used pens or pencils. Now, adding a touch of greenery in this setup, enter the first plant I ever assembled in my life. I bought an artificial bird of paradise plant, which I placed to the left side of the setup because green vibes, guys, they never fail to enhance your productivity. Just trust me on this one. So I ended up getting this 5 feet tall plant, but it ended up not being as tall as I would like, so I added a small side table as a riser to lift the plant, making it look like it belongs to this setup. And going a little to the right side of the desk, we have an IKEA pegboard mounted with some of their cups and tray attachments for some additional storage and aesthetics, which I ended up loading with pencils and markers in the spirit of back to school, since this is a space the kids will take advantage of. And for my love of Legos and cars, I picked up a few of my favorite Lego cars, a McLaren and an orange Lamborghini for added touch of orange and design inspiration. To top it off, I added a floating shelf with some of my favorite personal development books and a lightning neon sign. One thing that was an eyesore though was the wall outlet, so to fix that I added a globe to camouflage it and teach the kids about the world. And like I said, the greenery just makes any space feel more productive, so I placed multiple textures of greenery around this setup. And to top it off with some light design, I found these koala lights that have adjustable color temperature and brightness control, as well as some light bars just to go around the pegboard, adding to the aesthetics of this space. And there you have it, guys, a journey from an empty corner to an epic hybrid desk setup that is both budget friendly and breathtaking. So thank you for accompanying me in this project. I hope this inspires you, and again, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Kai Marcelizzi. Peace out.
Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers. I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma